Hello, movie friends. Welcome back to the show. This is Anthony.
And this is James, and welcome to movie news number 23. Let's start out with some box office. So last week, Dune was top dog at $15 million, and it's up to $306 million global. Pretty good.
Great.
Halloween still made $8 million last week. No Time to Die made $7 million. And then Eternals came out this weekend. So Thursday night, they made $9.5 million on the preview screenings, which is insanely good. And then it made up to, it's over $30 million after Friday. So it's going to have a very solid opening weekend and probably top 3 in terms of Marvel for the year.
Yeah, people, love the brand, and I'm sure everyone who is fans of the franchise are so excited to see a Marvel film. We're actually going to do an Eternals review, which we'll post on Tuesday, so keep an eye out for that. We'll let you know our thoughts on the film.
Yeah, we're going to go see it this weekend, so we're pretty excited to check it out and see what's in store for the future of the MCU because, Avengers ended, so what are they doing now? I don't know. So these Eternals dudes, whatever they are, let's check them out. Let's move on to more news, starting with Oppenheimer, obviously Chris Nolan's new film that's going to be filming this next year. Attached to star is Cillian Murphy, and he'll be playing the physicist who headed the production and creation of the atomic bomb. And then also Emily Blunt is attached to star. But now Matt Damon and Robert Downey Jr. have been attached to co-star in the film as well.
Stacked cast.
Like Robert Downey Jr. in a Nolan movie makes so much sense. I can't wait to check it out, just like Emily Blunt.
Yeah, and then he and Matt Damon worked together in Interstellar, and Matt Damon was the first choice to play Two-Face in Dark Knight, but he couldn't do it because he was filming Invictus. So
yeah, he didn't audition or anything. He was offered, but he was just too busy.
Yeah, so Nolan has always been a huge fan of Matt Damon, rightfully so. He's one of the best actors alive. So I am so excited for this cast. It's going to be excellent.
Yeah, just see Downey in a Nolan movie.
Yeah.
Like, what's that character going to be like?
Downey and Damon together? Oh man, sign me up. Take my money.
I'm pretty interested in this
Take
film.
my money.
Well, obviously it's a Nolan movie, so we're going to be there opening night, but can't wait.
For all the fans of Harry Potter, there's some really exciting news. Chris Columbus, who directed the first 2 Harry Potter films, he is interested in directing a sequel movie with the original trio, which would be adapted from the play Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which follows the exploits of their kids. And sign me up. I mean, Chris Columbus obviously did amazing work for the Harry Potter franchise and introduced it to the world. So I'm very excited for that. Although I did read The Cursed Child and I wasn't the biggest fan of how dark the story got. Maybe they'll change it up with the screenplays, so we'll see.
I've always wanted to wait 20 years and then have a continuation of the story of the trio where Hermione's the Minister of Magic, Ron is chilling with Harry in the Auror's office. They're catching dark wizards. So I've always been I figured they would do it when they aged a little more, 15, 20 years later. So, I mean, I'm sure it's just an idea at the moment. Who knows if it'll happen? Who knows if all 3 will want to do it?
Yeah.
I'm sure Rupert would be down. I'm sure Daniel probably would be down to do it, but I don't know if Emma would be down to do it.
I believe she's taking a big break from acting.
Yeah, and in terms of just I think she's done with Harry Potter. So if they can get her, I mean, throw lots of money at her. I'm sure anyone would bite. But
she already has a lot of money.
Yeah, so I mean, it's hard to get all 3 of them again rather than when they were kids and they loved doing it. But I'm not that they don't love doing it, but I think that'll be the difficult part is getting all 3 to sign up if they ever come to it. This is just a shot in the dark idea. It's barely even news.
It's rumors. It's gossip. We're gossiping right now.
All right, Tiger King 2 release date is coming November 17th, so another week and a half we get to check out what's been going on. And the trailer for this is insane. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's nuts. It's I can't believe these people exist in the real world. And it's the same thing as that saying, truth is stranger than fiction. You couldn't write these crazy stories, these insane people and what's going on in their lives down in Florida.
This is going to be a big hit. This was a cultural phenomenon in last March, and everyone watched it. It's unbelievable. So I think a lot of people will be tuning into it. We'll definitely do a podcast review episode on it.
It's looking pretty silly. I love how it opens up with Joe from prison on a phone call. It's gonna be nuts. It's crazy the madness and the mayhem that goes on in these people's lives.
100%. And then there's actually some bad news for Marvel. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever has shut down production because Letitia Wright is undergoing. She suffered a serious injury, and she suffered the injury months ago, and she went to get treated, and Ryan Coogler and the production filmed as much as they could without her, but now she is needed for the rest of the scenes to film, so they've just completely halted production, and I don't think they know when they'll be able to start filming again.
I couldn't find out what the injury was.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone could discover it and leave a comment on YouTube or something, but I couldn't find out what it was.
So its release will get pushed back. It's probably going to come out in 2023 now, but I think this is a hint that Letitia Wright's character Shuri could be the new Black Panther because she was in an action scene in the first film, but it wasn't crazy, huge stunts. So I'm guessing if it was a stunt injury, it could be wire work, some kind of dangerous act. So
just in the final battle
Yeah.
of Black Panther, that was her main action sequence. But she's also in action sequences in Infinity War.
yeah, but I'm talking like Black Panther style
Yeah.
action sequences
Yeah.
that are very dangerous and is easy to suffer an injury from. So I'm-
Versus her using her tech and stuff.
exactly. So I think that this is a clue that she could very well be the new Black Panther.
It's possible for sure. I mean, if she's that vital to the story, I'm sure she has a huge part of the story if she's not Black Panther, because they need to kind of fill in the space of T'Challa being gone, and who knows how they're going to explain that and what the story's going to be like, and who will fill in the shoes. Maybe it'll be multiple characters filling in the shoes of T'Challa. Maybe, like you're saying, it could be Letitia is going to be Shuri's going to be the new Black Panther. So who knows? But I mean, I have doubts that they'll be able to have the release, which has been pushed back to November 11th, 2022. If they have to wait for her to recover, and who knows how much they have left to shoot. I'm sure they'll be able to get a lot of the editing done for what they have already. But still, that's kind of pushing it if they have to stop production until early 2022 and then get the movie done by November 2022. That seems like a rush. But
It's not going to be in November. It's going to be 23 now.
we'll find
guaranteed.
out. I mean, it seems regular for studios to be pushing back movies now because of COVID and lockdowns. But I mean, I hope it comes out next year. That'd be awesome to check it out and see. But we'll see. Hopefully she's all right and her recovery is going well, because it sounds like a pretty serious injury. I don't know if it's like a torn ACL or broken leg or something. It sounds legit if it needs this much time to recover from.
Mm-hmm. And there's an upcoming live concert for Adele. She's promoting her new work, and she's going to be performing at the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles, which is a really beautiful site, and it's going to be live. And so afterwards, she will be doing an interview with Oprah. So this looks like it'll be a really, really fun night for fans of Adele. She's, I think, the most talented singer working right now. So it would be great to see her in live performance.
She just came back. Griffith Observatory is so pretty and so fun to visit. That's if you've never been or you never heard of it, that's in La La Land, where the two characters go and they're dancing and then they go into the space room and everything. That's at the observatory. It's also the opening of Terminator is at the observatory. Let's see what else we got.
The new Disney film Encanto just released a new clip, which introduces families to the Madrigal family through song, and this is an upcoming film that's going to be released.
Let me re-say that for you. It introduces the Familia Madrigal through a song.
Thank you. This film comes out on Thanksgiving on Disney Plus and in theaters, so it looks like it's going to be a great Disney film.
All right, and then we have some Matrix Resurrections, a little bit of news. So Abdul Mateen II, who is playing the new Morpheus, says that it'll make more sense in terms of his character just being called Morpheus if he is the old Morpheus once we see the film. But I mean, that's one of my biggest questions about the film is why is Morpheus young? Is he the real Morpheus? Is it a younger version of him from a different timeline in the Matrix? Is he part of the Matrix that they created to entice Neo or something like that? Like, it seems like Trinity's character, wherever Neo's trapped, she seems to be like a program to keep him lured inside this cage. It seems like inside the Matrix, like a Matrix inside the Matrix. I don't know if that's the same thing with Morpheus's character, because it looks like he gets woken up too in the Matrix again. So it's because he has that scene with himself looking in the mirror. So tons of questions. I'm ranting right now about everything going on in my head every time I watch the trailer, but I'm so freaking curious.
I think that the movie's going to be a lot more smart, a lot smarter than the trailer lets on. I think that, and I think that I'm betting $20 Lawrence Fishburne is going to show up at the end of the movie.
Lawrence Fishburne is going to show up. I guarantee he does not.
I think he's going to show up. I think he's been playing coy in the press.
You want to play it? You want to bet?
Yeah, let's bet $20.
$20 right here? All right, cool.
Lawrence Fishburne's going to show up.
I would love for him to come back. Like, I just want to see him as Morpheus.
I think we'll see him at the end.
It would be cool.
You have to have him in the movie. You can't not have him.
I guess, but because he is like as integral to the Matrix as Neo.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
he's
iconic.
as big of a character as Neo, if not bigger, because he's just so much more charismatic. Because when you watch the Matrix, the first one especially, like Morpheus is like taking you through the story, whereas you're with Neo as a surrogate, like member of the audience, like taking in all the information. But it's really Morpheus is explaining everything to us and teaching us everything and giving us all the wisdom, versus Neo's character who's just learning everything.
Yeah, and Fishburne really helps the first act transition into the second act so brilliantly.
Yeah.
Oh
man, I think
he's gonna be in
I
it.
hope so. I mean, that'd be sick. But if I'll gladly lose $20 to you if he's in the movie.
So it'll be a worthy bet. Yeah.
Happily do it. But I'm telling you, we've been to the movies like 6 times in the last 2 weeks and at AMC, and they always play the Matrix trailer before the movies start. And it looks better every time I see it. Every time I see the trailer, it looks better. I see more things. Like
I think we don't know anything about it.
I think
it
seems
super cool.
It seems a lot more clever than you think. Like you said, I think it seems more intelligent than people will think it's going to be.
Yeah. And then also there's a new trailer for a Christmas movie called 8-Bit, which stars Neil Patrick Harris, and his character is searching for an original NES to play with, the video game console.
So is the whole movie, is it CGI and it's 8-bit CGI?
No, he's looking for an NES console.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. So he's a real person. It's set in real world. Looks very, very charming and fun. There's going to be a massive amount of Christmas movies with these streaming services.
All you young kids listening, 8-bit was what we used to see for resolution, basically, for video games.
Yeah,
it was
the
blocky.
Yeah,
it was epic.
Like the first Mario,
Zelda.
Yeah. It was great. It was great. And another big announcement is that Edgar Wright has said that he has written a script for Baby Driver 2. I guarantee they're going to make this. It's his most successful film, so why not make it?
Yeah, I mean, for the Last Night in Soho trailers, they say the director of Baby Driver rather than director of Shaun of the Dead, director of Hot Fuzz, director of Scott Pilgrim. They picked Baby Driver.
Yeah, it's his biggest movie.
It's his most popular for sure, probably, in terms of the most audience he's reached.
I would say Shaun of the Dead is his most popular, but in terms of theatrical release, Baby Driver is the biggest.
But I feel like Baby Driver tapped into more demographics in terms of types of people and audiences and stuff, whereas Shaun of the Dead is like horror, dry humor fans.
I disagree. I just think Shaun of the Dead is a gigantic pop culture phenomenon. Baby Driver is not going to be a pop culture thing like Shaun of the Dead was.
Maybe.
Still is.
Maybe. You're probably right.
Oh,
no, I think, Shaun of the Dead will always be his most memorable film.
Yeah, so I win the argument.
Oh, we were arguing?
You owe me $20
Oh,
now.
we were arguing?
$20, thank you.
All right. What else do we have?
Eternals has been pulled and banned in a few countries, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Kuwait, because they wanted Disney to cut out certain parts of the film, most notably the gay characters and the gay couple in it. So those countries are not accepting of, homosexuality at all. So I think Disney did the right thing of like, okay, if you don't want to put it in, you can't have the movie. So I think they made the right call for sure.
Absolutely. I think the world wants a cultural shift globally, and a lot of countries are still not going to do that. So you know what? If they don't want to get with the times and support equality and representation, inclusivity, then you don't get to see Eternals. You don't get it. No cake for you.
They should never get to see another Disney movie again. That's what I would say.
Well, careful, man. They're gonna come after us, bro.
Oh yeah, they're watching the YouTube channel.
All right,
subscribed.
New Power of the Dog trailer. This is the new Benedict Cumberbatch Western. That's Jane Campion's film, right? Mm-hmm. And this movie looks incredible. I love seeing Cumberbatch do like villainous characters. It seems like it's something he hasn't done a ton of, but he seems like a great character in this. And can't wait to see it. We love Westerns. Beautifully shot, obviously.
Great cast.
It's coming to Netflix next month. It's I want to see it in theaters though.
I think it will be in theaters
for a little bit, for a few weeks.
Kirsten Dunst co-stars, and it's got a great supporting cast as well. And then the last bit of news today is a Will Smith story where, because King Richard, it was originally made to be just a theatrical release, like many of Warner Brothers' recent releases. However, because HBO Max and Warner Brothers, they decided to release them simultaneously, all their films, HBO Max and theaters at the same time, it will affect the royalties that actors will earn on the project because it's going to make less money at the theater. So
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, exactly. So Will Smith actually paid his co-stars bonuses as a way of saying, you're not going to get as much royalties because of the release, so I'm going to make up for that and pay you. So great move by him. He did get paid $40 million for the movie, so he had some cheddar cheese to give out.
He's got some in the bank for sure. So Will's probably got half a bill.
Oh yeah, I'm sure somewhere around there. He's got to.
Easy.
Yeah, he's got to. So this is very nice of him.
Yeah, so that's awesome, and I'm excited to see that movie. It looks really, really good.
It looks excellent. It looks really good.
Like we were talking about during our spotlight on him, how he's kind of taken a break the last few years, especially during COVID. He wasn't doing much productions, and so now he's coming back with King Richard, and then he's got another movie he's filming right now. So he's gonna have a little resurgence back to, I think, great film, because he hasn't put out a phenomenal movie in like 5 or 10 years ish. I feel like.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see him. I think this movie's gonna kill, and I'm excited to see what he's doing after that.
For sure. We love Will.
All right, that's all of our movie news for today. Stay tuned for tomorrow's episode. We got something special cooking for you. It was one of our favorite we've ever done. Then Tuesday, we have our bonus episode review on the Eternals. Then Thursday, obviously, we got some bangers coming. And then Patreon, we got a bonus episode for you on Wednesday.
Bye, everyone.
Take care. Thanks so much for tuning in to Raiders of the Lost podcast. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button, leave a comment. Find us on all audio streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Raiders of the Lost podcast. Be sure to check out one of these other videos right here for more content on our favorite films and breaking down all kinds of movie content. Thanks so much.